So now I'm pretty sure she's thinking back like, man, I really did something bad.
Mistake. This is a crime that she has been arrested for. She has a record now for life.
Yeah, it's still a mistake though. I mean, she's sitting back thinking like, wow, I really messed up.
Yeah, but she's still a kid though. 25 is still very young.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You need to have someone to, like a big sister or a big brother to, actually mentor. So it could have been another Taco Bell peer mentor where they could just showing her the ropes.
I don't think she needs a manager to tell her don't like have fireworks during the shift. Nobody had to tell her that.
What day was it? Was this 4th of July? What day was it?
I think it was the 5th, but even still, common sense. I mean, a 5-year-old knows how to do this.
And they were shooting it inside the place?
Inside the Taco Bell. Inside. They locked the door to make sure customers did not come in.
And they were shooting them out like to drop the window, huh?
In the store. They were doing it in the store.
Oh, no.
In the restaurant.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why she got Suck of the Week.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that arson and the record.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think she deserved that one. That was just really stupid.
And those are my Suckers of the Week. Right here at Fluid Radio, where all things are fluid. Okay. So, this past Thursday was the 2021 NBA draft. And, teams, making draft picks to improve their roster. So, but before we get to the NBA draft, a major NBA trade took place where the Los Angeles Lakers acquired Russell Westbrook. And in return, the Wizards acquired 3 players. They acquired Contavious Caldwell-Pope. They also acquired Kyle Kuzma, and they also acquired Montrezl Harrell.
I think it was Montreal. I'm gonna make sure though.
I believe it was Montrezl Harrell was the 3rd player. I'm not for certain. So before we see it from the Wizards end, the Lakers end. The Lakers have acquired Russell Westbrook, the team with LeBron James, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, it was Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
Okay, so Marcus, huh?
No, go ahead.
Marcus, I'm gonna start with you. What are your thoughts on the Lakers acquiring Russell Westbrook?
So it puts them back to square one, and the reason why I said put them back at square one because you get Russell Westbrook, which is a good player. However, it's just the wrong position. He to me he's a good small guard, and the Lakers need a point guard to really distribute the ball. I said it. I was talking to my friend. I said it a while back that they should have kept Alonzo Ball as a point guard for the Lakers. He just needed some time to develop. But, I guess LeBron was hungry to win the championship from last year. However, 2021, man, I think they just need a solid point guard. Now, when you think about the Wizards, I think about rebuilding. Rebuilding stage. Bradley Beal probably gonna play with those players now, so I think it's Bradley Beal's team now at Washington, and we'll see what's gonna happen at Washington. I think he can play well with Kyle Kuzma, Contavious Pope. I mean, you got a lot of young players at Washington, so I would say this: don't snooze on Washington for the 21-22 season for the NBA.
Jeff.
It's definitely a big trade. Do you finally think that that Russell's finally get his ring? And honestly, I don't think that's going to be just like he said. I don't think that's going to be a good fit. Honestly, I don't see it meshing well. So I see them getting to the finals. I don't see a chip.
Okay, I'll say this right here. From the end of the Wizards, I mean, it's always been Bradley Beal's team. But if Bradley Beal sees that they traded Russell Westbrook, the only guy that's been as good enough to play with him, they trade him.
Yeah.
If Bradley Beal doesn't request a trade out the Wizards, he does not want to win a championship.
So I look at it this way. You have Kyle Kuzma, which is a young player. You got KPC, which is another young player. Then you got who else is that?
Montrezl Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
which is pretty good.
Right. A lot of people
That's not a playoff team, let alone a team going to the championship.
But hold on.
It's a young team with potential.
Right. Thanks, Jeff. It's a young team with potential that could possibly maybe give you maybe 6, 7, maybe a 6 or 7 seed into the playoffs.
Oh, God.
And the reason why I say that is because you have look at it this way, Gerald. You have Bradley Beal, the other guy, what's his name? I think is she might play the power forward or the small guard.
Harold.
No. There's another guy. But they already got another team over there. So now think about it. You have a bench now. You have a solid bench where you can either interchangeable put Kyle Kuzma. You can have him starting, or you can have him putting him on the bench to come off as a 6-man. I prefer him to try to work him in and try to play along with Bradley Beal, to give him some offensive power right there. You have a team where you could basically, play off each other. They probably gonna know their role. So, yeah, you give them some years, they might could be like Milwaukee,
Yeah, and the league is becoming very younger, so
exactly.
If they make the right moves and they facilitate right, they can be, that young team to kind of get it done.
All right,
6
so
or 7 seed, I think is correct.
I'm gonna say this right here: if Bradley Beal, a top 15 player, see that they traded the only good player on the team, future Hall of Famer, for 3 supporting players, and there's no other player on the roster that is a top 100 player, why would I stay there? Bradley Beal needs to get out of Washington pronto. The Wizards are not going nowhere. So now from the Lakers end, LeBron James plays best with unselfish guys who can shoot the ball. That is not Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is a alpha male, a guy who's going to do things his way. This is not a guy that should be playing with LeBron James. It'll be by Christmas by the time LeBron wants to fight Russell Westbrook because Russell is doing what's best for Russell more than the team. This is a bad trade for both teams on both sides. LeBron, they have assured that LeBron will not win another championship as long as Russell Westbrook is on the roster. Him and Anthony Davis will be trying to throw Russ off the team. So this is bad trade for both teams.
So I see it like this. So going back to the Lakers, right? If Russell humble himself. Yeah.
When has Russell Westbrook ever humbled himself? When?
So hold on. If Russell Westbrook humble himself and do what coach say, aka LeBron James, then the Lakers might be able to do something. They might acquire some more pieces, going before the playoffs. So watch out for that as well too, Gerald.
Marcus, if Russell Westbrook humbled himself, he to this day would still be playing with Kevin Durant if he knew how to humble himself.
So we looking at Kevin Durant and LeBron James, right? Two different totally players, right? Two different players. Who would I rather play with? I already played with Kevin Durant before. I know his style of play. I haven't played with LeBron James.
No. I'm trying to be calm here. Like Russell Westbrook, no matter how good Russell Westbrook is, you should know you are not better than Kevin Durant. Like, you are there to be the number 2 guy behind KD. If he does not accept being the number 2 behind Kevin Durant, why would he accept being number 2 behind LeBron?
No,
actually number 3 because it's LeBron, AD, and then Russ. So Russ right here, it gonna be the third option.
I understand your point. I understand that, but he has to humble himself if he wants to win. If they want to play together, that's all I'm saying.
The man and his wife cursed out Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith said that Russ was playing with entertainment, wanted to be the champion.
That's 2 different things.
No, it's the same thing. Russ plays for Russ. He basically said he plays for himself more than the team. So why would the Lakers acquire him? Why would they think he would able to assist LeBron James?
Not change his mind state coming into a franchise that way?
Russell Westbrook, he has let it be known that he plays for himself. Russ, I like watching him, but I know that he would up with a championship. And him and Lakers has assured that LeBron will not win another one. So I don't like it, for that fact. That
him and LeBron are going to have a conversation, and they're gonna get shit straight or get stuff straight.
No.
Okay.
Russ
all right.
does what is best for Russ. This is a bad trade.
Gerald, before we leave off this conversation, it's
Let's
not going to go.
please do.
No. Check it out. It's not going to go down like that. I promise you.
I
It's
bet
not
it do.
going to go down.
I bet it do.
It's not
I
going to go
bet it
down.
do.
Like Jeff said, you're going to have a talk. Now, real quick. Going back to the Bradley Beal situation, where would he go?
Hey, calm down, brother. It's okay.
Anywhere else where he could win the championship, it ain't gonna be Washington.
All right, to Jeff's point, the team is getting younger, but it's growing. You know what I'm saying? Where would he go and be able to, he would be like almost a journeyman trying to fit somewhere. And then again, a lot of teams ain't going to pay that money. You know what I'm saying? They would have almost had to give up almost 3 or 4 players for Bradley Beal. You know, he would be like, man, okay, who can I play with to actually go into the playoffs? It's better for him just to stay and play with those guys.
Bradley Beal is one of the guys where you can put him anywhere and he would just fit in. So I think, anywhere where they have championship aspirations, you can put Bradley Beal and that team will be a serious contender.
But how? Okay, it's gonna be very rare that you just gonna find a team and Bradley Beal just gonna like, okay, free agent that he'd be able to fit in. They're gonna have to give up something. They're gonna have to give up 3 or 4 players for Bradley Beal. Nobody, no. Come on, Gerald.
Yeah, right now he got the opportunity to cultivate a culture over
That's
there.
what I'm saying, man.
You know?
That's what I'm saying.
This is not like the Greek Freak of Milwaukee. Milwaukee is a complete team. Nothing is around Bradley Beal in Washington to me. Nothing.
Let's see how these players play first.
I'm not trying to be upset.
Different.
This is
think
just
about it. Well, back when they was on the Lakers, they had to play in the shadow of LeBron. Now they finally get their chance to show what they really can do.
Well, I say this right here. A few years ago, when LeBron came into the league, Ricky Davis, felt that he was the best player on the team. He couldn't play with LeBron. If Ricky Davis has that mindset, you better damn well believe Russell Westbrook has the mindset that wherever he goes, he is the man. And he's going to get in the way of LeBron and AD, and Bradley Beal needs to get the hell out of the Wizards.
But you got 2 alpha males that's over there, and I think that LeBron has the most, he has the most experience over there. Like, look, I ain't already won chips already.
Mr. Triple-Double does what's best for Mr. Triple-Double. What's the point that you all did not see?
All right, we'll see.
But let's get on the draft.
They said the same thing about Dennis Rodman coming to the Bulls. Don't you see what happened with that?
Right.
I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Dennis Rodman is unselfish. Russ is all selfish. But anyway, the bottom line is the 2021 NBA draft. I'm going to ask you both, in your opinion, who has the best draft and who had the worst draft of all the teams. I'm going to start with you, Jeff.
You know what? I feel like the Bulls, we didn't really get that best of a trade. A draft pick. Because, the guy we picked, he had an okay season, but that's not what we need on the team right now. You know what I'm talking about? So, what was his name? Ayo?
Yeah, from University of Illinois.
Yeah, I checked out his highlights. He, he had an okay little season, whatever. But I don't think that's, I don't think that's what we need right now. I think the Detroit Pistons got a little decent pick, honestly.
I think to your point for Ayo, I think he would fit well at Chicago. I think that the coach over there, what he could do is give Ayo give him some tick.
Right.
Have Kobe White kind of sit down and let's see what the young rook got, because we really need a point guard for Chicago. Yeah. Someone that can distribute the ball real well.
He's a shooting guard, right?
I don't know. He might be a PG or a shooting
guard.
Well, either way, if we could get him to be, if they put him at the shooting guard, that's more offensive. That would be a more offensive threat for the Bulls. But if we could put him at the point position and have somebody else, do the shooting guard, just to give him some tick. Right. I think that just to groom him, because we need someone to actually, to generate some offense, during the season. Zach LaVine can't do it all.
Okay, so I'll say this right here. I think the worst draft was by the Cavaliers. They already got 2 point guards, Colin Sexton and Darius Garland.
Okay. And that didn't make any sense.
And now the Cavs had 2 centers. You got Jared Allen. Jared Allen is your center of the future. Why would you draft the center from Texas?
Texas, I thought.
Yeah. Why would they draft him? They already got Jared Allen. Like, that makes no sense. That's why the Cavs are going nowhere without LeBron. That's why LeBron needs to be their GM over there, because without him, they hopeless.
So think about it. If you was a coach or if you was a general manager and you was looking from a macro perspective, right, and you see like, okay, why are the Cleveland Cavaliers not winning the game, or any other team for that matter? You know, you
the
looking.
Cavs ain't going nowhere because
hold on,
they don't have LeBron. That's why they're going nowhere. Without him, they ain't shit.
Okay,
I'm sorry, ain't nothing without him.
Hold on. If you look and if you find out, like, all right, so Allen is over there. Do we have anybody to back up Allen?
No, you don't need a backup. You need a guy that could be the star lineup. You need a small forward. You need a power forward.
Listen to what I'm saying. All NBA teams have some type of strong bench. They was probably going after these centers to say like, okay, we need somebody to back them up. But you don't use the third pick
on the backup center, Marcus. You don't do that.
So what you do then?
You pick a guy that could be a core player, a guy that could be on your team for the next 10 to 12 years at least.
I'm thinking but I think they had that person because, you know, you get a young rookie and he could groom, and next thing you know, this person is a superstar within the next, 5 or 10 years.
What they needed, I think, was a shooting guard, because the rumors are they're trying to trade Colin Sexton, which would be a good thing for him.
Okay.
And then you have a shooting guard that can pair with Darius Garland, and then you have like a more complete team.
So do you think they should have got what?
They should have got a shooting guard or a small forward that could come in and score 20 points a game.
Is Kevin Love still over there, or did he leave?
He there, but Kevin Love needs to leave Cleveland pronto.
So all right. So check this. So maybe they was looking at getting these players, so just in case a trade do happen, they could fit. They could go ahead and fill in the gap with these roles.
But they got a center though with Jared Allen. He didn't need no center.
I got you. But just say, all right. Just say, for example, if Kevin Love leave, right?
But if he leaves, then you need a power forward. But they could have, had drafted one, a power forward. You could have drafted a power forward, a small forward, or a shooting guard.
I got you.
And also as well, I think the Warriors had a bad draft too. I think, like with Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, they probably should have used those draft picks, made a trade for a player that can contribute right away if they're still trying to win a championship. If they still believe they're in the window with another championship, you need guys that come in to help immediately. You don't need like no young guy that's going to, take time to develop.
But who is to say that, it's kind of iffy, right? So do you think that Klay Thompson is going to be 100%, next season, or is he going to be kind of up in the air?
Well, I'll say this right here. Even if Klay is not 100%, the man can still shoot the ball. So just put him on the court to give him the ball, let him shoot. I'm sure about half the time the ball will go in the basket.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll see.
And also, I think for the best draft, I'm going to say Houston. The guy they picked. You compare him with Kevin Porter Jr. and John Wall. Now you have 3 good guys over there. You also got Christian Wood. So they got like a young team combined with maybe a past his prime all-star John Wall, but at least a guy that can come in and score 25 points a game. So Houston, they have a future ahead of them.
I got you. But is it any rumor that John Wall won't try to get out of Houston? Is that a rumor?
I think they may trade John Wall next year, not this year, maybe next year. Let the young guy come in and develop, and then when he's fired, develop him and Kevin Porter Jr. could be your backcourt, and you trade John Wall for draft picks and some more players. Houston could be a contender team down the line.
I got you. Yeah. I just
And Detroit too. I think taking Cade Cunningham, that's going to be good.
Yeah, that was a good trade right there. Detroit knew exactly what they was doing. They needed a point guard that's over there. So yeah.
But the bad thing is they didn't keep Christian Wood, who's now in Houston. But other than that, I think Detroit, could be doing something, because the East is not as strong as the West. So I think Detroit could be a playoff team maybe next season.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the NBA draft is real interesting. I will say, teams, try to do what they can. Now, I think the Knicks, I don't think they drafted all that good, but, it's...
Charlotte got James Bouknight from guard over there. He was nice in UConn. So UConn always develop, nice players.
Yeah, they do. I think with LaMelo Ball being that point guard, all you need is guys that can, just come in to do their part.
So that's what I'm saying, right? So you got Melo over there, right? So Bug Knight might go, is that he's going to be the backup, right? So that's what I'm saying about when you have like in the Cleveland situation, it's just a backup. Of course he's not.
But Cleveland picked third though. When you pick third, you're supposed to pick a guy that could be maybe a generational talent. A guy could be a perennial all-star. A guy that you have big plans for. You don't pick a guy to play 12, 15 minutes a game, come in and do his thing and sit down. You want a guy that's going to be a major part of your team.
I got you. But I mean, the way I was looking at it, from the owner's perspective, they were probably saying like, okay, let's if we do have Allen, we need another center. We need a backup center.
Did you sign a guy at free agency to be the backup for a 2-3 year deal worth $15 million?
But where would they get a center?
Free agency.
I get you, but we talking about a potential player. So where would you go out for free agency to get a nice potential center that's gonna put up those numbers? Well, the NBA is growing each year.
In a few weeks or so, we're gonna talk about the top free agents. So I'm gonna get to more of that down the line. But
I got you.
There are guys out there that can contribute. I could spend a second round pick on a backup. You could do that too. Not the third overall pick in the draft.
But I think if you're in them single digits, like 1 through 5, I think you're doing good. It was a third pick. It wasn't on no 15 or 17 pick. It was a third pick.
Yes, so the third pick must be a guy that could be a star, a guy that could be a major player in this league.
Man, maybe Cleveland got a good development team. I don't know. Maybe they could.
LeBron was a development team. LeBron was everything. And without LeBron, I don't see Cleveland going nowhere. But even still, you got to be smart than that, though. I mean, at least pretend to do something without LeBron. At least pretend to be competent without LeBron. Don't do silly stuff, but they keep doing stuff. Why you have 2 centers and 2 point guards? You start to light them now.
I think one of those, like I said before, one of those centers is going to be a backup center. That's all I'm saying. He's going to be a backup center.
I think the finally going to trade Kevin Love, do him a favor, and the other guy going to be besides Jared Allen. This is not the Twin Towers. This is not Robinson and Duncan. This is not Sampson and Olajuwon. You don't win nowadays with 2 centers. You can start light up. You don't do that.
No, Gerald, I'm not saying that they be in a starting lineup. What I'm saying is he's going to be on the bench.
Pick a guy third overall. I gotta believe he's gonna be starting.
No, he's gonna be on the bench. Or they might interchange. They might switch him in, switch him out.
I don't pick a guy third overall to have him come off the bench.
And we'll see. But back to for the what you were saying, like the Kevin Love situation. Where would he go?
A lot of teams will take Kevin Love. Maybe like Portland. Maybe like even Sacramento. I mean, on and on.
And for Sacramento, like okay. He'd be in the cellar, and then again, how would he fit in that?
I gotta believe that the Kings are gonna get some sense to finally get rid of Marvin Bagley. They gotta realize it ain't working out for him. That right. They gotta enough sense to realize this guy got to go elsewhere to maybe develop. And we gotta get guys coming here at the play.
Man, when they traded Bogdanovich and that other guy, that really just put that was the air that just everything just went out the balloon when they did that. I'm just like, wow, you trade one of your best sharpshooters.
Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting free agency. And in a couple of weeks we'll be talking about the top free agents in the game right now. So in a few minutes we're gonna be talking about the individual NFL awards, who we have winning them. But right now we're going to do the old school song of the week. Are you ready for that, Jeff?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and introduce it, bro.
Okay, so this group right here, I've been, check about the last, week or so, research them, and they're a pretty good group. And here they are with their signature song. Here is JJ Fad with Supersonic right here on Fluent Radio, where all things are fluid.
We're here to rock. Rhymes like ours could never be stopped. See, it's 3 of us, and I know we're fresh. Party rockers, non-stoppers, and our names are deaf. See, the J is for just, the other for jamming. The F is for fresh, A-N-D, deaf. Behind the turntables is DJ Train. Mixing and scratching is the name of the game. Now, here's a little something about nosy people.
It's not real hard, it's plain and simple,
Baby D. JJ Fad is devastating. We know you like us, girl, so you better get sterile. Cause we are the home chicks that are rocking your world. Supersonic. Supersonic. Supersonic is a word when people start to listen. Especially bigger people, they pay close attention. You might not believe it, you might not even buy it, but when it comes to our lady, you might even try it. Supersonic. Supersonic. Now all you supersonic people try to bite our rhymes. You may think that you are deaf, but you're way behind. So you better listen good to what we have to say. Cause when it comes to JJ Fad, you can get no play. Supersonic. Supersonic. Now he's the freshest DJ from coast to coast. My man can cut and scrap, but I don't mean to boast. He may be a little light, but that's okay. Cause when he cuts to the beat, it sounds this way. Hit it. Supersonic. Supersonic. Yeah, it's finally my turn to rock the mic because my devastating beats I know you will like. You see my beat box is fresh, it'll blow your mind. And if you don't like my beats, I'll go big in your behind. Supersonic. Supersonic. Now you party people know what supersonic means. We didn't try to brag cause JJ Fad is just too clean. Now baby, don't you know that our rhymes are so bionic? Don't listen too hard, don't be supersonic. Supersonic. You see the S is for super and the U is for unique. The P is for perfection and you know that we are freaks. The E is for exotic and the R is for raps. So tell those nosy people just to stay the hell back. Supersonic. Them big everlasting ears. Supersonic. They can hear what I say fast enough to say. Supersonic. They better chill. Rock, rock. It's like supersonic. You ran out of words. Hit it, baby D. I'm like skinny down, said I know what they need indicated. That's right, cause down fake a ticket man. And you made them artists up and artists having everybody say I'm happy. If you try to hang with me, you should find it too. I'm always rocking, never stopping, devastating, rapper lady. When I'm on the microphone, to see that all these imitated figures are different. Everybody say I'm different. There's no other angel lover. Everybody know I'm covered clientele. It's a pearl. Everybody know in jail to the beat, so you can tell. Everybody know you fail. Summer lama 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 dooming I'm a seaman. I'm a lama lama dooming I'm a lama lama seaman. I'm a lama lama dooming I'm a lama lama seaman. I'm a lama lama seaman. I'm a dooming I'm a lama. Yeah, that was it. That's it.
Yes, that was Baby D, MCJB, and Sassy C, collectively known as JJ Fad with Supersonic, right here, Fluent Radio. What all things are fluid.
Fluent Radio.
As far as rap groups go, it's Salt and Pepper and then JJ Fad. And now it is time for our predictions for the NFL Individual Awards. Every week until the season starts, Marcus and I will make predictions, and Jeff too will make predictions on stuff going on. And we're going to start now with the individual NFL awards. We're all going to make picks on who we think is going to win each individual award. And we're going to start with the AP NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year award. Marcus, who do you have winning this award?
For the Defensive Rookie Award, who came out this shit? You got me on that one. You know, I gotta do my research.
I do like Myles Garrett. I think I know that he's not like a big
defensive rookie.
Defensive. My bad. I thought you said defensive player. Defensive rookie. I don't know who was really out. Yeah, I'm on him.
All right, so I'll start because I'm looking at the list right now.
Because Caleb Farley, I like.
Now this was of course, a offensive heavy draft. You know, the first round, but there were a few studs. You know, on defense. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a guy that's gonna have like tackles as well as sacks. So it's gonna be a linebacker, defensive lineman more than a secondary player. And I'm looking at Micah Parsons from Penn State, who was drafted 12th overall by the Cowboys. I believe the Cowboys are going to plug him in. He's going to have about 7 to 8 sacks and over 100 tackles. And I have Michael Parsons being my defensive rookie of the year.
Offensive or defensive?
Defensive, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You all agree? You got somebody else?
I like
I agree.
Caleb Farley. I do like him. That's the only one I can really see, you know what I'm saying, that's really like getting it done, honestly. How about you guys?
You know what?
No?
Well, I'll say this right here. For a corner to win this award, he has to have about like 8, 9 interceptions. He has to like be a shutdown cornerback to win the award.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be hard for a guy to come in and play corner and be dominant in his first season. I think it takes a corner about like 2 or 3 years to effectively play the position, to effectively be a shutdown cornerback if he's going to be elite.
I think he got the potential to do it.
A linebacker, a D lineman,
Right.
he can just come in quicker, you know, collect sacks, collect tackles, you know, become more accustomed to the NFL better than a secondary player to me.
Okay.
So, you all agree with that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
agree.
yeah.
Okay, and now we're going to do the AP NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year Award.
Oh,
Marcus.
we know that.
Offensive rookie, man.
Come on, say
Justin
his name.
Fields.
Oh.
It's up to you. I'll say this right here. Eddie Dalton could play the first 6 games at least. So by the time Justin Fields comes in, it's going to be at the earliest week 7 or 8.
Yeah, it's going to be really late for him.
I want to say Justin Fields.
I'll say Trevor Lawrence, though.
Okay.
But do you think that Coach Nagy could, you know, swap in, swap out, meaning that he have Tim Folds? Who's the starting cornerback over at the Bears right now?
Eddie Dalton.
Oh, Andy. Okay, if he could have him to play like maybe like 2 or 3, 3 games for Andy Dalton and another 3 games for Justin Fields, or you just think that it's going to be all Andy Dalton the first 6 games?
No. I don't
Quarterback is the one position you don't flip in and out. It has to be a guy. It has to be a guy that plays the whole game. You don't do that to a quarterback. Like, so by the time Justin Fields comes in, like I said, I think the earliest is going to be week 7 or 8.
You think that kind of depends on how the preseason goes a little bit? Because I'm sure that they're going to be testing them out.
Nah, I mean, they are, but even still, I would start with Eddie Dalton because a quarterback, it takes him at least about a half season to become accustomed to everything going on out there. He has to, study the positions, know what every guy on the field is doing besides himself. He has to be able to call the plays, be an effective leader. So, give Justin Fields a half a season on that.
Okay.
So I want to say this real quick. Like, so what was the difference when Mitch got over there? Because I noticed that they had Mitch over there playing, a couple of games, like doing the preseason, the majority of the season.
The preseason, though, count really
He was the
well.
backup, though, right? He was the backup.
What they had Mike Leonard. The plan was, for Mike Leonard, who start the whole season, but he was so bad, he had to put in Mitch.
I got you.
I remember that.
So I'll say this right here.
So real quick. So do you think that? So, but going with your opinion, just as me, do you think that he could let Justin Field play a couple of the preseason games just to get his feet wet?
That's what I'm saying.
He will play the preseason. I'm talking about to start the regular season. Eddie Dalton is going to start, so that's why Justin Fields will not win this award. I think the award, a quarterback could win it, but I think it's going to be a skill position player that accumulates stats during the year, and nobody's going to do that better than Kyle Pitts, who is going to the Falcons. With them trading Julio Jones, Kyle Pitts is now the number 1 option in Atlanta. I believe he's going to have about 90 catches, over 1,000 yards receiving, and I believe about 10 touchdowns. At the end of the day, I see Kyle Pitts being the offensive rookie of the year.
Okay.
You all agree?
I agree.
He's on my radar.
Okay.
I think, you know what? I think that he's going to be exciting to watch. Out of all, like, the rookies, I think he's going to be more exciting to watch, right?
I would think so. Yeah.
No, let's see if they got it.
Okay. And now, this isn't on my list, but also as well, they have the Executive of the Year award. So basically, the GM, president of football operations, whatever, that accumulates the best roster. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to be Jason Light, the GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are the first team to be the defending Super Bowl champion and keep all 22 guys from their starting lineup from last season.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bucks got a very good chance to repeat. At the least of the 17 games, I see the Bucks win at least 13.
Now this can either be a stupid move or a great move.
It's gonna be a great move because if you keep all guys, they got cohesion. Already got the talent, so another year together.
Yeah, but after you
how
win,
could not
you
be
get
stopped?
complacent, no?
Yeah.
I would be complacent. Tom Brady will let him be complacent. Number 12 will let that happen.
Yeah, if that ego comes in.
Tom Brady gonna have them guys ready to go.
But you also got to look at, what's the life shell of NBA. I mean, not NBA, my fault. NFL quarterbacks and, what's the life shell? What's the age?
And Tom Brady gonna play until he's 45. Yeah. What is?
So
that's
that.
Time on it.
Well, that's when you hear about complacing. You know what I'm saying?
But when you have the greatest quarterback, and I think one of the greatest leaders in NFL history on your team, he won't let that happen.
So how old is Tom Brady right now? Isn't he up there?
43, I believe. And
so we talking about 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So the Buccaneers, you don't think it would be wise for them to get, next year probably to get like a draft for quarterback?
No, that would be
the GM has assured a good roster, combined with the help of Tom Brady and coach Bruce Arians. The Bucs have a very good chance to repeat. That's why the GM will win the Executive of the Year.
Wow.
Yeah, he's 43 and a Leo. Hey.
So would you say that you could see Tom Brady playing until he's like 47?
I think he got a good 2 more years in him.
A good 2 more years. Then he gonna go home to his model wife and his kids, enjoy his life. But talk mess on them NFL shows they be having.
I don't see Tom on them shows, honestly.
Tom Brady's talking mess now. Wait till he retire. Wait till he retire.
But
he really gonna go in.
I think
he really gonna go in.
He talking. I think he talking mess as far as like it's real subtle, it's real discreet.
Yeah. Real subtle.
It is.
He just called some quarterback basically a sorry MF for the team picking him over time.
But you probably have to search for that, in order to find
No, he said it on the LeBron.
Oh, he said
the shop.
Yeah.
The shop. Yes.
But you know what? A lot of people wouldn't even looking or even thinking that, for Tom Brady to be taking shots like that.
No, man.
Wait till he retire.
He been doing that though.
Wait till he retire.
Like he's spicy.
I know, but it been subtle though.
Yeah.
It been subtle little darts.
Yeah.
They looking forward to the day he go in on Coach Belichick.
Oh,
I know I am.
Man, just wait till he get that podcast. I think he gonna have a podcast when he do it.
Does anybody else disagree with the?
No, I agree on that one.
All right, Jason.
I agree.
Okay, here we go. Right here, we got the AP NFL Defensive Player of the Year award. You already said Myles Garrett, Jeff.
Yeah.
Who you going with, Mark?
Man, you got me on that one.
Okay, I mean, to me, it never goes wrong with picking Aaron Donald, who I think is not only the best defensive player in the game, I think he's the best player in the game, period. When you have Aaron Donald on your defense, you can't finish no worse than, I think, 3rd in total defense because he is that such dominant a player. He has made Leonard Floyd a productive player who here at the Bears was doing much of anything. Because of Aaron Donald, I think Leonard Floyd signed a 4-year deal worth $64 million. That's how good Aaron Donald is. He makes other guys around him better. And that defense as a whole is elite. Will be elite as long as Aaron Donald's in the game. So, can't hurt to go with him. I go with Aaron Donald.
Yeah, man, but Myles Garrett's top 5 in the game, man.
I'm not taking away from Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is a stud. You don't go first overall and not be good. But I'm just saying, to be Aaron Donald is the best defensive player in the game. By far.
100%.
So
I do agree. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know, I just like how Myles Garrett is playing. But that's on me.
okay. So we got his counterpart, the AP Offensive Player of the Year award.
I think we did that. Oh no, we did the defensive.
Any picks for you guys?
You said what again now?
Offensive Player of the Year award.
Does it got to be a rookie?
It has to be the best player on offense, basically.
Best player on offense. I like Arizona, and I think Kyle Murray. I think he was going to do something this year with DeAndre Hopkins. So yeah, be looking out for them. For them to do something. So yeah, I like them. I like him for a good offensive player down there. They had an 8-8 record. So
I think this award is for the best offensive player who is not a quarterback. Because usually if the quarterback is good, he's going to win MVP. So I'm going to say the best, it's basically the best non-quarterback on offense in the whole NFL. The guy who accumulates the most stats. The guy who has, maybe about 2,000 all-purpose yards. And I think between offense to defense, and I'm looking around the league, and I think I'm looking at, all over. There's so many guys. I'm going to go with, man, it's been a long season. I'm going to think about...
You said that a Kamara might got it.
Alvin Kamara?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
That's a good choice. Yeah, I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill. I think Tyreek Hill is going to have a monster season for KC. Patrick Mahomes is going to be upset about, the Super Bowl. He's going to be feeding Tyreek Hill the ball over and over. I see Tyreek Hill having over 100 catches, about maybe 1,500 yards receiving, about 10 to 12 touchdowns. So I got Tyreek Hill for Offensive Player of the Year.
But do you think that the NFL teams that's in the in Kansas City standing, do you think they're gonna collapse and try to do more implement more defense on Kansas City when they play them?
You can try, but when you have so much talent, it's gonna be hard to do anything. I mean, they also got Tyreek Hill. They also got Travis Kelce over there. They also got other receivers. They also rebuilt their offensive line, so Kansas City is going to come back to where they were.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, now we got the AP Coach of the Year. I think to me is the coach that not only does it's the coach of the team is going to surprise this year. And much as I want to say Bill Belichick, because I think Belichick is going to coach with the vengeance. The New England is going to have about like 10 wins. I'm going to go with Vic Fangio. Denver is my surprise team this year. I think Denver's going to win 10-11 games. They got a very talented roster. Fangio is going to put it all together to ensure Denver is a playoff team this year. So I got Vic Fangio as my AP Coach of the Year.
What about hold on real quick. My fault. What about Sean McVay for Los Angeles Rams?
Sean McVay good coach. I mean, Sean McVay is a very good coach. I mean, ain't no doubt about that. And I think with Matthew Stafford replacing Jared Goff, you have a major upgraded quarterback. But everybody knows that Sean McVay is a good coach. I'm talking about a coach that is going to surprise this year. Yeah, and nobody's going to, to be surprised more than Denver. So that's why Vic Fangio should be rewarded with Coach of the Year.
What about Kevin Stefanski over in Cleveland?
He proved last year that Cleveland has a good roster. He already showed that he too is a good coach.
Y'all overlooking Kyle Shanahan. Seriously.
No, you all are talking about guys that everybody knows can coach. Everybody knows that Vic Fangio can coach. And he's going to prove that he's a good coach when he puts that roster Denver.
He's somebody like the surprise one that's going to come.
I would say that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You talking about guys that everybody knows that can coach.
So what about New England? You think they're gonna do something?
Well, I just said a minute ago that Bill Belichick will bring New England back up. Yeah. He's gonna have New England winning about 10 games. So, but Belichick is the greatest coach of all time. Everybody knows for damn sure that he is the man as far as coaches go. So I'm gonna say Vic Fangio.
So what you think about Cam Newton over there? Do you think that he's going to actually put more pressure on Cam, or you think Cam is, actually came to the light to say, like, you know what, I didn't do so well last season, then I'm going to do good this season?
Well, Cam is on a short leash because they drafted Mac Jones, 15th overall. So if Cam doesn't produce at New England, is so, they're going to put in Jones, and it's going to be over for Cam as far as, as him in New England. So I believe Cam will put his best foot forward. I think Cam will play so well, so good all year. They're gonna play Jones to next year. I think. That's what I believe.
I got you.
He got some competition now. He got some on his.
I wouldn't say competition. I say the future. Jones is the future, and Duke's job to make sure that he remains the president as long as possible. Because eventually Jones will be the quarterback for the next 10 to 12 years up there at Foxborough. Right now, Cam's job to make sure that the Patriots are good for 2021. I believe that he will do that. Okay, so we got the big one right here, the AP NFL Most Valuable Player Award. And who you got winning this award?
I'll put up a Jeff Lovin up there. I think that he has improved definitely in his skill, in the way that he produces, in the way that he just lives his life. So for that, I must applaud Jeff Lovin.
And what position does Jeff Lovin play?
He plays the producer, most valuable producer.
Oh,
and,
okay.
He's amazing.
Okay.
So, but if I couldn't pick myself, I'm putting my boy Patty up there still. Putting my boy Patty up there. You know what? He lost. It's okay. He's coming back with a vengeance. He's been training. He's finna get back in there.
Okay. Marcus?
I like Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson, my phone.
To me, there's only one guy that could, should, and will win this award.
Don't say Josh Allen. Don't say Josh Allen.
I like Josh Allen. But no, this is the Aaron Rodgers Most Valuable Player Award. Here,
That is a good pick.
last week, him and Vontae Adams put a picture of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, last year.
So basically, they're on their last dance. This is Aaron Rodgers' last year at Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers going to go out like you've never seen it before. Aaron Rodgers is going to have, I think, about 5,000 yards passing. He's going to have about 45 touchdowns. He's going to have a very good season. I think he will be the unanimous valuable player and pick where he goes next year.
Do you think that the Packers got it this year, maybe? Because they're driving off motivation right now.
The last 2 years, man, they come, last year they came so close to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
2 straight years, NFC Championship game. I think that, you know what? Just wait to see till, later on in the weeks when I make my picks. But I just say Green Bay got a very good shot at it.
Yeah.
So that was the NFL's individual awards predictions right here in Fluent Radio, where all things are fluent. Before we get out of here, this week, basically the Cubs broke up the band. They basically got rid of everybody with a pulse.
That was crazy.
If you were
everybody.
part of their 2016 World Series team, you were shown the door. So they have started over completely, and I don't know anybody watched them the rest of the year. Any thoughts on that, y'all?
Well, they had the worst season this year. They had a really terrible season this year.
They were in first place. They were still.
With the Sox.
They were still no. The Cubs were near the top all season.
Were they?
Yeah, they just went down a few weeks ago.
Mark, is that true?
Yeah, that's true. When the Cubs, man, in the beginning, Cubs had a strong momentum, man. You thought they was going to be World Series champs. And I don't know, man.
Because recent weeks, I've been watching it, and they've been doing bad.
They've been down recently, but at the start of the season, they were pretty good. They were at first for like a minute.
That was like months ago.
First, second for a minute. So they basically just gave them all the seat. They basically just decided to just rebuild, and it could go back to how it was in the 2000s, all the years in the 90s, where the Cubs were just awful, man. Yeah. It's going to be sad to watch the Cubs. But I will say this, the White Sox, even with 105-year-old Tony La Russa, I think the Sox got a chance to go all the way. So it's the good and the bad. So the Sox go all the way to me.
Yeah, well, Tony La Russa, he know how to coach, man. Exactly. But getting back to the Cubs, man, I mean, what were they doing? So, what? They trained all these players from the 2016 World Series to free up some cap space and just trying to rebuild?
I think their best chance.
Definitely going through a rebuild.
I think their best chance to assure people at least still watching them is to sign 55-year-old Sammy Sosa, come out there, get some homework, try to do some homework.
You're an idiot.
I ain't no idiot. Why would I watch the Cubs? Why would I watch the Cubs when they willingly just thrown away the season?
But you know what?
But
you know what? We're getting back to the White Sox. They are in the first place in the Central.
That's what I'm saying.
Division, man. Yeah. And they doing real well.
I know you guys brought up the Cubs. The Cubs been doing something, consistently.
Yeah, man. They like.
No, we still doing the 145. Yeah.
They like 12 games under 500, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
the Cubs, yeah. That's what I'm saying. The Cubs suck right now.
We're just thinking like, what happened? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what happened?
They basically got cheap. It's just
Cubs and Sox never
threw away their whole potential.
It's always unbalanced.
I mean, you traded Anthony Rizzo, you traded Chris Bryant, you traded Javi Baez. These guys could have been cuz for their whole careers. They could have did the Derek Jeter thing, but no, they said no. Let's just start over.
Man, it probably wasn't even no fight. They like, all right, you know, so
Of
you want me to
course.
go? All right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
If I'm a player and the organization is basically saying that we're done competing for now, we're just gonna rebuild, I'll be gone too.
So it always happened that when this just across the board when the Chicago teams when they do trade players that they always go to another, you know, all other teams and just shine out. It always happened like that.
We rebuilt at terrible times.
I mean, from Chicago Bulls, from Chicago Bears, Chicago Blackhawks, from Chicago White Sox to Chicago Cubs. It always happened like that.
So I say this right here: of all the Chicago teams on right now, how they are right now, number 1 is the White Sox.
Of course.
Number 2 is the Bulls. Number 3 is the Bears. Number 4 is the Blackhawks. Number 5 is the Cubs. Hey, you know what? The Fire. I forgot about them. The Fire I would put 5th, and then the Cubs would be 6th.
I think you're putting the Bulls a little too high up there, but
I think the Bulls got a good future. I mean, they got Zach LaVine, and they got Nikola Vucevic, so they got a good 1-2 punch. I need to just build some guys around.
yeah.
But the thing is, with Zach LaVine is like, the way I look at it, he probably thinking like, man, how long I'm gonna stay over here if I ain't got no help? You know, sooner or later I'm gonna bounce.
Well, his contract is only for what, like 3 years or something like that. So
Yeah. But even with that, you know what I'm saying, doing them free agencies, doing them trades, he probably like, man, hey, come and get me out of here. I'll pack my bags.
yeah, he got injured though, so I think he got like one more season to really show his.
But if I was a coach, I'll look past that because he's on the USA. You know,
Well, I'll
USA
say this
team.
right here. I'll say this right here.
Yeah, and he sucks on that. Too.
In the post, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen era, there, you know, to me, there's only been 2 guys I like more than Zach LaVine.
Cool.
Pre-injury Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler. Zach LaVine to be 3rd. So I really enjoyed watching him.
Y'all remember when we tried to make Ben Gordon the guy for a long time?
I mean, Gordon was a gun. I mean, the man could score.
Yeah, but in the 4th quarter,
Big Gordon was worth watching, man.
But you know what? They had Vinny Del Negro over there, and Vinny, man, he let them do their thing over there. They went to the playoffs like twice under his tutelage.
yeah,
So you gotta look at it like that. That was man. They took
I remember that.
they took Boston, man,
To 7. That was a very good first round series.
You know what I'm saying? We felt like, man, the Chicago Bulls from the '90s. We was like, yeah,
What year was that?
man. That was like early mid 2000s.
2009.
Yeah.
2009. I remember that year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because the next year we took the Heat to, what was it, Game 6 or Game 7?
No. 2010 lost the first round. 2011 they lost to the Heat in the conference finals.
2011, yeah.
And then Derek got hurt in
all over
2012. Yeah, that was it.
And we could get Butler back, but I know that's not going to happen. But, man, if we could just get that crew
Yeah, you
together.
can. Just get NBA Live or NBA 2K22.
Jesus Christ.
Put it back on the Bulls.
You know
There
what? You
go.
got 2 minutes left. How about that?
Okay. All right. So, you know what time it is. So, Marcus, got them get the email? You got them get?
Oh man, I'm still working on that, man.
Jesus Christ.
Hawkins, lowercase h, HAWKINS, 932001 yahoo.com. And that's me. Yup.
Jeff.
Remember _ Jeff on IG and Slaves and Gold Chains on Twitter. And you can catch the show Monday through Thursday at 3 o'clock on Fluent Radio.
Right, you can find me Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Gerald M. Britts. The name is the same, the goal is the same. For my co-host Parkers, from Arizona 1 to 2, Jeff.
Sir.
I am Gerald Maurice Bridge Jr. I wouldn't be missed if I get out of here. Then my son, little Gerald, will be 3 on Tuesday. See you next week.
Congratulations.
Waking up, thanking God. Every day is feeling just like Sunday.